I recorded The Rain for You. Well, that's a title, The Sea, the Sea. Hi, Chuck and Mira. How are you guys?
Hi, Chris. It's so great to talk with you. We're good.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
Now you guys are just wrapping up things down there at the Americana Fest, right, in Nashville?
Yeah, we've been in Nashville for the last week, doing all the Americana Fest things.
Awesome. Tell me about that song that we just heard. I recorded The Rain for You. This is one of the songs you sent out to the folks who are part of your Patreon, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the title track from the first of four EPs that we've been releasing this year. That way, do you want to talk about where it
Well,
came from?
yeah, Mira's mom, during COVID, she moved up from West Virginia to Troy for about a year and a half. So we were blessed with like this time, like a really great bonding time with her, which people always joke like, "Oh, are you gonna make a mother-in-law joke?" And I'm like, "No, this is real. We actually really had a good time together." And so Mira and I were recording one day down the street from our apartment, and a big storm rolled through town, and then we got a text from her mom that said, "I recorded The Rain for Chuck." Apparently, I thought it was to both of us, but I think it was more directed at me. I'm not sure why she thought I would be into it, but more than Mira. But it was beautiful. It was like a beautiful recording of the thunder and the the raindrops like hitting the rooftop and all that. And so we just kind of dropped what we were doing, and we're like, and I feel a little bit like the name of. Anyway, I recorded The Rain for You, or it might have been I recorded The Rain for Chuck, was sort of like the name of the voice memo or something, and we were like, let's write that song.
Yeah, there's something poetic about that, we thought. So yeah, that's where it came from.
Well, there definitely is something poetic about it. I think it's great, and she must know her audience, Chuck, because you spoke about this very passionately. So she nailed it that it was for you.
It's true.
That's great. And tell me about the engagement that you're having with your folks who are on the Patreon page. It must be very rewarding for you to have such a close rapport with your fans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things I think that for us in the last few years, in the last couple of years in particular, is, um, we're musicians, and so we've been wanting to make sure that making music is at the center of everything that we're doing. I think a lot of times as working artists, you can spend a lot of time doing a lot of things that aren't music, just sort of in the sake of getting music out into the world. And we've been trying to do more and more of letting the music be sort of at the center of everything that leads to all of those other things. And Patreon has been a really beautiful platform to sort of hold us accountable to that, and also have that kind of engagement with fans that feels like it supports the art like at its most core level. So it has been really inspiring for us, and we've really been grateful for that community.
Yeah, and I think we find talking to fans a lot, like at shows over the years, people are so, the people who are really into our music are really interested in the process, how we make music, how we get from gig to gig or whatever. I mean, it's like, it's so Patreon has been a really, really cool platform for the connecting on a level of like, including fans, and sort of on a deeper level than like what we post on social media and just our albums. So yeah,
something that's not determined by the algorithm of things.
Yeah.
You can have sort of more in-depth thoughts about all of it too.
Yeah, that's great. Talking with Mira and Chuck, they are the sea. Right now they're down in Nashville, but this Friday they're not going to be in Nashville. In fact, you're going to be in the hometown in Troy doing a really special show. And you got to tell us a little bit about this show Friday night, the 23rd.
yeah, it's
Gosh,
pretty cool.
Chris, we are so excited about this. This is like one of our absolute favorite things that we've ever been able to bring to the area. And we've been wanting to do something like this for a long time. We're sharing the night with our friend Josiah Johnson, who is touring from the West Coast. He's formerly of the Head and the Heart. We got paired up for some shows a few years ago on the road, and I think for both of us, sort of listening to him and his songs are like a spiritual experience. He's just a really special musician.
He has a like, he's like a force of nature
Yeah.
kind of a thing when you hear him, you know?
So when he said he was coming to the East Coast, we were like, we've got to do something special. So we're doing the show at the Talk House, which is sort of not a venue that we've done shows at in town before, but it's going to lend itself to just a really unique and sort of intimate night of music. And we're partnering with, the show is being presented by the Wild Honey Pie, who are just an incredible music curators, music experience curators. They do a lot of, we first met them through doing sort of live recorded sessions in New York City. But they present these dinner parties all over the country. And so the night is, there's a dinner option and also just a concert only option. But anyone who wants to be part of the dinner, you get like a multi-course tasting menu that Meadowlark is going to be making. It features local ingredients and also you get free drinks if you opt in for that option. And then the music is going to follow, and it's just going to be, it's like a dream collaboration for us, and we're just really excited to have the opportunity to bring it into town. So
That sounds really, really very special. And the Talk House, that's actually the building where your studio is too, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
so that feels really special too. Just that building has a special energy that we've been able to sort of be witness to in different forms.
Yeah.
And so
It's a lot of good
yeah.
mojo in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got to think that the pairing of you guys with Josiah is probably very special, because I find both of your musics to be quite hypnotic. So, you know, it should be a lot of fun for folks. How can folks find out a little bit more than what we're able to give them right here, and maybe even how they can buy tickets?
Yeah, if you go to theseethesea.com/tour, you'll see the ticket link there, and it's there's an Eventbrite link there that has a lot of information about the night. So that's what I would recommend. Or if you follow us on any of the social medias, there are ticket links and posts there. But yeah, I would recommend going to theseethesea.com/tour.
Awesome. And you're making me hungry just thinking about all the food. It's gonna be really cool.
Oh my gosh, Chris, there is an ice cream sandwich, a vegan ice cream sandwich that will be part of it. That is made. We have two partners, Mumgry and Otherworld, which is like there are these two really great plant-based food creators, and they've made this like insanely good ice cream sandwich that we've been staring at for the last 2 weeks.
We recommend go to our Instagram page and check it. There's a video. They did this like amazing slow-mo video.
Is that the one that's dripping off
Yes.
the edge? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow, that did make me hungry. That really did. That's awesome. So this is Friday night, the 23rd, down in Troy at the Talk House. Again, go to theseethesea.com. And tell us, you guys have been doing a lot of work sending music out to your fans through Patreon. When does the rest of the world get to see more, and sort of make them want to become part of your Patreon?
That's a good question. We've been doing, it's interesting. I think one of the last times we talked too, we've just been in such a state of writing and recording that we are still sort of figuring out what of those songs will make the next pairing of like of an official release. But I bet that you will hear some new music from us in the next couple of months out in the world, and then a new record next year for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot coming.
Yeah.
Ooh, That sounds so exciting. It really does. Well, Mira, Chuck, I really appreciate you guys taking some time. I know you're very busy down there in Nashville, and we can't wait to have you back in town. Let's tell folks about this last song. You gave me these two songs with the longest titles on the planet, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I do love, and I like the idea of this, the story that they gave to us. There sounds like there's a story there.
Yeah, this song really started out as a well, we were thinking a lot about how we live in a time where it's difficult to communicate with one another in a lot of ways, and sort of, there are a lot of discussions around what the truth of various things is, and also just ideas about, I guess it started as a meditation on fear too, and the idea that the things that we're afraid of are the things that keep us from connecting with each other the most in the world, or they sort of define the way we think about each other too. And so this is a song that we hope is a step forward in breaking through some of those barriers, and sort of I don't know, connecting, overcoming fear, finding truth together, and hopefully learning to talk to each other in a better way.
Moving towards not letting fear get in the way of hearing the truth and telling the truth.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. I love the story. Thank you. Chuck and Mira, the sea. Thank you guys.
Thank you,
Thank
Chris.
you so much.